Okay, overall yesterday, pleased with our guys. We got off to a fast start. We were able to play pretty clean football, but the interception, and then we got a chance to play the other guys. I just know, from an offensive line standpoint, be able to play our number two guys, that helps, greatly as far as your depth goes, moving forward with that. But got a lot of guys a chance to play. We still have a lot of things to clean up. There's a lot of fine tuning. Like I said, we're still a work in progress. We've been together for 3 weeks. We've done some good things, but now it's going to be really, really important to execute at a high level with the opponents we have coming up.
Chris, preseason you talked about depth being something that gave you some consternation. You mentioned the line there. In general, how do you feel about the depth of certain positions that concern you?
Yeah, we still have some of our top guys out. Hopefully, we'll get those guys back. That'll help. The good thing is, we have given younger guys a chance to show what they can do. Some guys have seized a moment. Some guys need a little more work. But there's nothing like getting guys out there in a game and seeing how they respond and react.
Have Mekhi shown signs of that throughout camp, or how? Can you talk about his development?
Yeah, every week he's getting better. He wasn't able to go through spring because he runs track, and so, we've learned a lot about him. He's playing receiver for the first time. He was a running back last year. So each week you seeing his receiver development grow. Obviously, 2 explosive plays down the field. The one was a wild catch. There's no doubt about that. And then he ran through the other one. But, he's got that playmaker ability, that dynamic playmaker ability that is pretty special, I think.
Brendan, if I can ask you about 2 running backs. First, Gavin Sawchuk just
Yeah.
seems like he's just effective and finds ways to get it done.
Yeah.
What stands out about him? And then
Yeah.
Sam Singleton was the other back.
Yeah, Gavin he's an experienced guy. He just knows how to play the game. He understands blocking schemes, protections. You can tell he's played a lot of football. And then Sam, he's dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. He's getting a chance to show what he can do. We've been working really hard with him playing without the ball. That's just, lack of experience. But he has a chance, to be a good running back, I feel like.
You talk about the O-line, like the first string O-line, and you mentioned the second string O-line, but you went for almost 500 yards, record 8 school, rushing touchdowns. Just what have they done that have made them gel so quickly?
I've been real impressed with those guys. You got to keep in mind they hadn't been together that long, and even in fall camp, they just got together, and what they've done so far has been real impressive. Being able to go vertical. We're getting better at our double teams. I think we've done a pretty good job of IDing things. We've seen a lot of different things in this first 3 weeks. We've seen just about every front known to man. So that's been good. And then, of course, going against our defense, that's always a challenge with the different unique things they do. So, we just got to keep growing, keep developing, keeping that communication, getting better each week.
When we talked to Tommy last night, he was down on himself about the interception. But it looked like a pretty special play by the guy on defense. Can you talk about what went wrong there?
Yeah, it was an RPO. He pulled it a little bit too quick. He knows that. The dude made a great play, there's no doubt. But, it was kind of one of those deals that we just kind of pulled it a little bit too quick, and he could see it. But give that guy credit. That was a really, really nice play.
How did Kevin do in his extended reps when he was again?
Yeah, I think he did good. I think he did good. He's learning. We were in the 2-minute situation. I'd like him to throw that thing away on that one, but he's getting experience. He's got a lot of natural stuff to him. There's no doubt about that. And that was real big right before half to get that experience. But I think we were able to kick a field goal, so he did a good job leading us down. With that.
Corey?
When you put up the numbers of yards you did these last 2 weeks, how much do you and Coach Hand tell these, and Coach Norvell, okay, that's awesome, but it's about to get so much tougher? And they're such a veteran team. Do you even worry about them getting too high about games like that?
Yeah, we're all, we got new players, 11 new starters. We got a new offensive staff. A lot of us hadn't worked together. We're still growing. And no, we've been real honest. Each week we're honest with our guys. Hey, we're playing a lesser opponent. All right, we should do this, but just get ready because the execution level is going to have to be higher with the better opponents we're playing. And I think they understand that, but no, we're still, and when I say we're a work in progress, I mean that. Like, we're still growing as an offense. I mean, we played a lesser opponent, that's great, but, you know, the real season's coming up now, and so our guys, I feel like they understand that.
Chris, what can Virginia do defensively to challenge you?
Say it again?
What can Virginia do defensively to challenge you?
Yeah, I mean, they play extremely hard. Watching them, they do a lot of different things. They do some different pressures, some different coverages. You know, I think they're a good defense.
Going on the road is difficult. It seems like teams that run the ball well, that usually translates a little bit, it carries over. Like how excited are you for this challenge to, you know, see what this offense can do?
Yeah, I mean, this will be our first rodeo on the road, you know, with the crowd noise and everything that goes with that. And so, you know, we'll work hard on that this week. And, you know, when you play on the road, especially on a short weekend you play on the road, that even excels things, you know, quicker. So we're going to have to play good, clean football on the offensive side.
Any other questions for Coach Malzahn?
Okay, thank you all.